do or say is wrong. Everything.
Why are you still here, Grace?
Because I still love you.
Mommy, why are you crying?
She's always been this iconic figure on a pedestal, and suddenly as I delved into her, I realized she was just a normal woman with normal struggles in terms of how do I take care of my relationship, how do I take care of my children, how do I still have some career and a purpose in my life, and I found that very human, you know, and so that was, and obviously she was an actress, so I could relate to that.
That was the time that you kind of think about film being glamorous. I know it wasn't, I know the realities of it, but it kind of feels that it should have been, you know, Cary Grant and those guys floating about. I thought it was kind of fascinating. And then to play someone that is a billion miles from me, I quite like that. I just thought it's the strangest bit of casting. And we had, I mean, it was hard. I had to try and figure out how to make a character effective. But it was a bit tricky to do. It was quite enjoyable, I must say.
She's a modern woman.
She isn't. She's the Princess of Monaco.
Oh, come on, Ray. You can't be the great modernizer 1 minute and try
Call
to turn
Hitchcock.
back.
Turn him down publicly. We'll make a show of how happy you are here. You're permanently retiring from acting.
Why? Because de Gaulle says so?
Because I say so.
That's not your decision to make.
I'm your husband.
I won't do it, Ray.
I didn't make you marry me. I didn't make you come here.
Ray, this is absolute...
What is it that Hollywood can give you that I can't?
Ray, it's just a movie.
You were just an actress.
I don't like biopic. I'm not comfortable with biopics. I think they are too small. Even when they tell the whole story from the born, you know, from the birth to the death. I mean, no. What is interesting is to say some things through that, with that. And here, in fact, I was interested first by the actress becoming a princess. She had to make some choices, and I wanted to explore that situation when she's not an actress anymore, but not yet a princess, you know? That no man's land in between, when she was actually so fragile.
We wanted to imbue it with some Hitchcockian sort of overtones, and he was going to shoot it in almost an homage to the period, and but you know, that's all, as an actor I'm like, yeah, okay, but my place in which I come from is trying to find the things that I find truthful and authentic in her, and that actually wasn't, you know, it, in terms of studying the way she spoke and the way she moved, that required far more time than trying to just delve into her psychology.
Marnie.
Marnie? So who's the leading man?
Oh, I don't know. Cubby Broccoli's just made a spy movie with some Scottish fella he's raving about. We go into production in spring, and Universal will pay you $1 million.
Well, it's not about the money, Hitch.
It's going to be the role of a lifetime, Gracie.
Do I look that unhappy?
You look tired.
I hope I did something actually modern in a way. I didn't want to make like a look like a kind of copy of. Of course, I was inspired by some Hitchcock movies and some approach. That there is a lot of citations in it and quote.
He talks a lot about the cinema of it, and you know, and sometimes it's a sort of round ball in a square hole or whatever, but But I mean, I looked at it. I can't watch myself. I find it's a bleh. I never watch my films, but I love the ode to Hitchcock that was taking place. You know, and you go, oh, that's North by Northwest. That's that. Okay, now we're into Catch a Thief. You know, and that's a difficult thing to try and pull off anyway. So there's a real bravery to Olivier, you know, and he shows it all the time.
I wanted to talk about what is the choice left to women when it's about the choice between a marriage, kids, and on the other hand, a passion, a job, and what you are really inside. How you make the choice that people want to make you to do.
I can be a mother and a wife and hold down 2 jobs without the people getting too upset, can't I?
Well, what about the prince?
What about the prince? The prince is very supportive.
Ray is never going to accept the idea of his princess going back into the movies. You know that, Gracie.
I don't know, it's always politics with him.
Mr. President, I've already given our allegiance.
Louis Dex, whole of Monaco.
That's not negotiation, that's extortion.
It's foggy rooms, smoke-filled rooms, men making decisions about other people's lives just to profit out of them. It's a gangster world in a way, and you know, and they love it. They love it, and it's politicians. You know, they love it. Why would anyone? And you see it. I mean, these women marry these politicians. They marry them. They go and they live with them. And these people turn out to be so radically different from what they actually, the perception of them is. And I think that this is that. You go, why? And then the idea behind the film is that actually they find each other. That's kind of interesting in a concept. They actually kind of love each other for just this moment.
From the beginning, I knew that I needed to have many layers, actually, because to make the portrait, a portrait is made by layers and not by telling the audience that or that. Most of the events in the movie are true, you know? And what was actually for me the most important was to get to that point where I can speak about a person as me, you know? I become the princess myself, as Nicole too, you know? It can sound ambiguous, but for me it was clear.
Do you know how I spent my afternoon? I was trying to persuade the good ladies of the Red Cross that repairing a hospital wing might just be more important than planning a ball.
You're in Monaco, Grace.
I know I'm in Monaco.
I mean, I had a good 5 months to sort of, I don't work back to back, and so I did the Railway Man, and then I had a long break, and during that break I was able to sort of listen to her, watch her, and absorb her.
What do you think would happen if I went back to making movies?
What's it about?
A frigid, compulsive thief.
Really?
But it's a great role.
I'm sure it is. Have you spoken to Ray about this?
What do you think?
I loved her movies. Well, not all of them, but some of them were really great, and she was really good in them. And me and my wife would watch them and go, what is that? How does somebody get ahead of the line in the gene pool to end up looking like that? So some people just get that, you know.
I grew up watching her from afar, and just to step into her skin for even if it was 6 months was really quite extraordinary.
Hitch!
This is the part where I say cut.